I'm sure we'll play on East Coast. It's actually closer. I think it spiked up when he checked right there. It's closer to 70 ping for me, and it's been as low as 55 or so. So it's not unplayable by any stretch. You do notice it, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
The worst thing, like it's not the difference between playing West and East from Korea or to EU. Definitely notable difference when you play from EU to West and to East. So, either way, damn.
We are going to be seeing a Reaper opening from Pokebunny. No surprise there. Could see a 3 Rax Reaper. You know, it would have been awesome if he'd like proxied 2 other Raxes on the map or something. On this game.
If honestly, he's up by 1, maybe he wants to like play it out again, right? I'm sure that he has something special here for this map. And like you said, like 3 Rax Reaper is very common on this map, and it's probably something that True has dealt with multiple times. And I know that the time when he tried to at least go for it against Jim Rising, it didn't really work out that well for him. So those memories could be haunting him, and he's like, you know what? Never again. Never again.
Yeah, seriously. Doesn't want to deal with that. I don't think True would have maybe done that kind of thing. True's not the kind of player to go for a pull first. Unless he wants to get aggressive with like 4 lings and try and deny your command center or slow it down. We are going to be seeing 6 lings once again, though. I think that's the right number on this map because of that really, really long cliff.
Yes.
There's just so much surface area you can jump up. And wow, look, Pokebunny going once again for 2 additional racks.
Okay, so this is the one that we saw against Jim.
Oh, last round on the Reaper!
Whoa! Not a good way to start this out at all here for Pokebunny.
No, that hurts so much, actually.
Yeah. So this is what we saw against Jim Rising, right? Like, I think we were referencing it in the last game, but he at least got the tech up before he added that 3rd Rax. This time he's getting them all here, and if we think that history is going to repeat itself, then we might as well assume that it's going to be a very similar Marine Tank 2-base attack here on True.
Yes. Looks like it is going to be what you're talking about. True, on the other hand, going for Overlord speed before 3rd base, and he's going to get an idea of what's going on. Unless Pokebunny can deny it with Marines, but at that point you're showing so many Marines anyways. Mm-hmm. However, though, if you just show a large number of Marines and not much else, it can look like just a...
the same... Yeah, exactly. I think True, the way that he scouted last game was very, very meticulous. Like, he went in, checked every corner of the base, and he's like, I want to know exactly what you have the capabilities of doing and what it is that's going to come my way. So this doesn't really tell him too much, aside from the fact that the medevac is going to be delayed. But I don't know if he realizes that it could be that tank build. Oh, that's a reactor.
Yeah, it is.
Did he do that? I'm trying to remember the exact build, but either way, yeah, it's going to be a reactor, not a tech lab. So this could be a little bit interesting.
That is definitely different from his first game in the series versus Jim Rising.
Yeah.
I still think he follows this up with tanks. And this engineering bay for +1 is really, really late, relatively speaking.
Mm-hmm. Or we could just be selling it too, right? Like, all right, it's the same build that you're used to, True. Nothing to see here. But he will indeed go for double medevacs here, and let's see if he puts a tech lab onto the factory.
Yeah.
True is going for the very common response with upgraded lings.
Yes.
I think he might. Okay, he will get the Baneling Nest. So True, the way that he deals with it is usually by counterattacking. So we see a big wave of lings. Oh, this would be really cool if he decides to go for that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a lot better on at least counterattacking. Surrounds are still pretty tough on this map, though. But they're better. I think this is a better map for it than King Sejong was. King Sejong. Well, actually, no. Wrapping around is pretty damn tough on this map as well. You can never really get a surround as long as they stay at the bottom of the ramp. But the creep spread looking so good for True to start things off. And a big stim there. Gonna be picking off a lot of creep tumors and a couple lings.
Oh, he's actually getting the upper hand so far.
Yeah, getting a really big upper hand. He might take down the third base just basically for free. Wow. And he's going to be able to pick off these queens, might be able to run down some drones.
Oh, man, he's totally blindsiding True, hitting with a little bit of an awkward timing, not quite the same as the one that everybody's used to, and the Lings run into the Marines.
Yeah, True bleeding out so many units right here. He does have some Banelings, so Pokebunny has to be careful, but if he runs off creep, this should be fine. Pokebunny actually doing so much damage right now.
Oh, he's going to find the drones!
If he finds them... Oh, man!
Okay, True. Gonna hide the drones, and I think he's gonna get them back, so...
Oh, that was actually everything. If he gets those drones, I don't care. I think that's game over. I don't think there's any coming back from that. No. So getting those away was so important.
Yeah, and honestly, it doesn't mean that Pokebunny's out of the waters just yet. The production is going to be cut here for True, and he's not going to get the good mining and at least utilize those 55 workers. But,
and
yeah, Pokebunny needs to make it...
Yep. The creep spread has not been replaced either. I think Pokebunny is in a very solid position right now. He is going to pick off 2 Banelings right away, picking off even more creep tumors. I don't know how True holds this.
I mean, he's going to, yeah, he has to get into a weird position. He can't use the queens as well as he would like. But
trying to overrun the tanks, but actually taking a lot of damage. Not a cost-efficient trade right there for Pokebunny, and picking off even more for True, I should say, even more Banelings going down. True is in a dire strait on his last life.
Yeah, True is in a hell of a lot of trouble right now. And this is the position that Pokebunny's got into. There's no creep spread on the tanks, and now he's getting sectioned between his main and his third. And he only has slow Banes again, so all Pokebunny has to do is target fire them, and he has the amount of tanks that he has. So. Oh, the rally's back. True.
Oh man, True is falling apart right here. Yeah. Do you believe in miracles? Because I'm starting to.
I am as well, but if you kill those rockets out of Pokemon, but hey, it doesn't matter. I don't think it does with 61 army supplied at 4.
Oh wow, we did see a Baneling drop on the other side of the map, killing quite a few SCVs for Pokebunny, but still the supplies are heavily in his favor. I like this decision to just expand to the other side, but I don't know, he's in such a tough position.
He needs to deal with this right now. Yeah, they have +1, but guess what? The Lings and Banes have +1/+1, but they can never actually connect with any of Pokebunny's units. The tank count is too high. It's at 4 now. And this is the last stand.
It is the last stand. Already 2 queens going down, and Pokebunny, he's taking down everything. I think he's gonna beat True.
Whoa! Holy moly! Oh!
What just happened?
Damn! He does it, man. He actually does it.